doing something people that they're not. These are based on scenarios. So remember, it's not going to always be with the code. You know, the MAC addresses, you see, has IP zipper and this. Binary. So it's not just Python. Truth tables, databases, databases, select from. So this is how they show you select from. Order that. Humidity, heat, temperature. Okay. To convert the following algorithm. Alright, so complete the flowchart below representing the algorithm of this function. They just tell you, so far, you only have to kind of complete it within inside a flowchart, not a really Python. The error attached, where defined, tailor made, freeware. What's the difference between Java and Python? I have a feeling that's always that six change. CPU, 14, low, so paper one, they didn't really say that was the level one. So hardly any type of obviously white sheet. This is 2 to 3. So, a user defined, that they're giving it to us. So, now, do you notice with the other one they gave you a kind of a complete, this one you have to kind of complete the whole little chart. This is because the paper one and the paper page was in the past. This is now, I think, because now they do. Exactly. This is 2 to 3. But I'm not seeing, they're mentioning a lot of stuff. So we'll keep our eye, hopefully they'll give us like a little this would be the marking scheme. These are project candidates. Does that have to be like a coding project? That's what it is. And so, I don't know if that. So let's just learn it. But we're going to analyze it. Obviously, in the beginning, when you first learn something, it's like, oh, but we're going to be doing Python, so I have a feeling your level of ability, whether they give it to you code or you're going to do it, you're going to start figuring it out. For now, the main thing is try to learn as much as possible. Now, I don't want to say that and stress you out for that, but then as each time goes by, we'll any information that I have on that. According to the syllabus, it's like develop a program using functions. Okay. Now, they're saying functions, they're not telling you to remember all 8, so you're probably going to have to maybe remember one and then put the length, because I have a feeling with your case it might be like upper or lower. So the 2, what are the 2 easy ones? Upper and lower. What's another easy one? I think replace the self-explanatory. Then the hardest one was maybe the count of the index. Okay, this one, string, find string position, you just kind of counted with 0, that's where the computer is. The substring was this, strip I don't see on that, length, and they say it's limited to. Okay. What we could do for practice, let's do this in practice, what my challenge was. So my challenge you have the same page, we went over this already. And this is the one that they use. But instead of us working from that, and you already have that, what we could do with ours is let's include the index. So let's go back to our code. We don't have it. So the question was index and so print my string. And it always kind of follows that same path. So print your index. We can keep it n. Let's do this and comment it out. Okay, we run it. And now it's indexing it at 8. Everybody understands? So we're seeing we're at the end 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So index is kind of showing the position that it's in.
Isn't that kind of like
Yeah, maybe they changed it. Let's see. So I don't comment it. And that's the beauty of Python. Let's say they hold so you can see mine index. Every version that kind of comes out, they end up giving you more and more. You notice on the computer, like when people, usually the grade 8s are telling you, they're like, Sarah, you can do a right click. I'm like, yeah, that's there. So you could say if you want to copy, you want to right click, you want to select it, click copy, control C. So just like Sean said, define and the index are more or less the same. In fact, what we could do is do a Google search. There we go. And we'll see. So, what is the difference between okay, so both index and find are identical in that they return the index position of the first occurrence of the substrate from the main string. Everybody okay with that? So they're telling us that both the index and the find, just like Sean pointed out, are identical and that they return the index. Now, the main difference is that Python find produces -1 as an output if it's unavailable, okay, whereas the index throws an error. So the index is like, well, that's probably why they changed it. So let's test this out. Okay. So we want to find, let's put it in stat. Okay, because there's no stat. Let's put it in stat over here. Try it. Now, let's do it one at a time because if there's an error message, it's not quite so we go here, the comment out the index first. Okay, so it puts -1. So -1 is indicating to us that Z, the letter Z, is not in there. Okay, you can see it, which is good. Okay, so let's put it back up there. Good. Now let's do it with the index, and it should try to give us the error. Okay. So kind of indirectly, we figured it out. So probably index was the older one, and find was more better function, because then all of a sudden it's like find this and it outputs it like so I have a feeling they needed to that's why I think in this part you can see when they were writing the syllabus, this part the find I wanted to go more towards the find, and the other part that she showed us. So and that's understandable. They're going to make mistakes. So this part, I would go lean more towards, so that you have. Okay. When they give you this part, okay, this is where, like as I said, they have index, they have. So that's why it's make our own examples. But we kind of found it out together. All right. I think there was one more that they were in there. Because this one, do you notice? Which are the two ones that they kind of complicated or they fixed too? So one split, what do they have in the other one that they didn't have? Jeremy was laughing. Strip, right? So strip and split, I don't know if they're too similar, but they don't have us telling us Split is telling you here, saying my list, my string split creates a list of words, so they're combining it. It's a list. Let's do it together. Here. Example. What's good for us is that the whole code is not right. Most of it is still databases, numbering systems, Boolean logic gates, probably coding. You don't get you have a coding process. That's where you have to do work. Coding project is the SDA. So let's take a look. Oh yeah. So let's review this.
Mr. Andrew,
Yes.
do we do like flowcharts again? Some.
Sure, we could do flowcharts.
I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Sure. So we're going to comment that out. We're going to now maybe one. So we're going to say my list. We have to say that they have my list equals this one minus 3. So my list equals minus 1. Copy that. And put it over here. We're going to put it split. Okay. We're going to split up our thing and the list. Space in there. Okay. Now, obviously, when we do it, if we run it, nothing's getting on screen. So we want to be able to see something on screen to the print. And that's why I didn't like the example that they gave you, because they said split it, and they didn't show you anything on that example. So over here, we're going to do my list, like this, and now, so what is this doing? We're going to come up to this later on. Inside Python has four different ways that you're going to kind of, at least, that we need to know for the second sound. There's going to be lists, tuples, dictionaries, and sets. Those are the three. Okay, so you have lists, and you can see what it's doing. Each word, seeing there's a space. So if I print it, what's my list is telling it has it is Monday morning, it. Right? So it broke down now as units, like a list of each word, based on the space in between. Okay? Did everybody kind of understand that? Anybody a little bit shaky? Everybody okay? Okay. Let's review a little bit of the lesson. So we saw back when I asked Ella the first question, what's a string? She told me it's a list of characters. Then I asked, was it Sean or Jeremy or Jade? I said, what's a function? They said it's a function is when you place something in, like, we already did some of them. Who could remember? Let's white out the screen, or let's white out the screen, try to code. So, let's first take a look at the number. How many were there? Were there like 2? Were there 3? Were there 10? Were there 12? How many functions did we have to learn? I saw that we had to learn, I put them as 9. Okay, 9. So how can we figure out that there's 9 that we have to remember this? So we have maybe 10 digits on our fingers, and there was like an extra 1. So at least 10 we have to know. From the 10 that we have to know, they're not going to ask you all 10. But they might ask you, who can tell me like the 2 easy ones? Upper and lower. So those 2 are really nice, upper and lower. Who could tell me then another one? Exactly, find an index. Those might go together too, so we have to find. So we've got now 4 out of the 10 that we had the 10 or the 9. So we're left with maybe 5 left. So what's the one with the substring? The string that Jake kind of asked me for. It's kind of like positioning, right? Where we just put the number, we say, where is this? And then Jake's question right up. So one is just find the one, you put the string, what's the position? But if you want the word, which one are we missing? Replace, very good. That was nice because we replaced Monday with Friday. And count and length. Okay? Count would count things, how much of those characters that you have. Length would tell me the whole length of that string. And I think we have them all covered, right? I think we have them all covered. So they're not that hard. And like Alice said, if it's interpreting and you see LEN and you see the string, you're going to kind of think that's the beauty of Python, is that Python tries to give you some information. If you see REPLE, like replace, if you see, and that's why notice they went from index to find, which is a little bit better. It's probably tons and tons of times, but at least we kind of know that area. Now let's take a look, because she put in some other good parts of the syllabus that we have. We're coming up over there. So it's, oh yes, that's the challenge now that I have. Okay. So that was it. Now, create your own code using all of the following ones. Try to make it like scenario based. So kind of like Jake was saying. So think of a scenario. Think of a school situation. Think of it, you know. Now, again, the biggest challenge is trying to put in all 9. Okay? Probably the smallest challenge is putting in 1. Okay? But you don't have to try to put in all 9. But like have it like a real life scenario base. Okay? So either think of a game, think of something, you could use ChatGPT, but don't make it too complicated. Try to write some form. What am I putting this? Putting it upside down. Okay, try to think of some sort of code. You know, you could think of a game, maybe it's Hangman or like this. Where you're not actually doing it, it's putting it into there. Let's see, we'll put 7 on the top, the first one we've done. So, keep it creative, as it says, you can use ChatGPT. And you're going to try to take ownership. So you have to kind of think of a scenario, okay? We're using as many, I have a couple of methods, but that you're using as many of these inside your code, but in a real life situation. You have to make the code, you know? It's not as easy as it's straightforward, but I would go to ChatGPT, it's like, make a code based on this scenario using like, for example, upper and lower, I think it's going to be hard to include both of them. But if somebody comes up with it, well, you actually have a little bit too close to the thing. That's if you're like creativity, you spark the creativity. Yeah, that's the Like I put a list of all the ones that I have. Here's a list of common names. Categorization, sort of like case goals, senators, index, like what we would say. And find for that. All the characters are It makes sense to you? Oh, cool. Using all the 30. Yeah. But it's probably hard to get.
Lower, upper, substring, and string.
Oh, good. Yeah, like the. That's the beauty of your group too, is like AI, I should see a whole level of improvement. Very good. So she has to define, scroll, yeah. So some of these we're gonna kind of come to later, but at least it's good. If you scroll, oh, you're on. So say, define, create an event. Very good. It's giving the parameters, event name, date, details. There you have it. Announcement. Okay, so it's using the one, lower like so D. Okay, so the main kind of method is, and welcome to the event announcement generator. Enter the name, then enter the date, enter the. Can you scroll down a little bit? Input time limitation, create. Good. It is. Keep scrolling down a little bit. Is that it? The thing?
I can also
Because I'm not seeing it use that many functions.
Yeah, I know. All of them.
Right, and I only see it once.
So But then these,
Did we put this bigger? This is the kind of the limitation. Oh, you put it here.
I wrote it.
But here, let me see if I can see better here. Okay,
Sorry,
so,
one.
alright. There it's using split the join reverse. Okay, and then it has the lower. Then it has French message.
Because I want to see the whole noticing where they would find the word. They would go around a call to replace a word. So they were missing a word.
That's a very good one. Like, I think they call it a man this. Yeah, exactly. But in actual fact, it's just put as many as I thought it would. And so I guess the challenge is much harder. And if I scroll down, it's telling us the ones that put it. So it's upper lower, good capitalization. And let me just see what you wrote in. Can you scroll up and see what you told? So, right code, upper and lower, substrate, and program. So, if the perform that, it does have the upper. So it has a strip. The upper and lower. And it's telling you that it's addition.
Oh, here it is.
Okay.
There.
No, most of it is just a few. Yeah. Good. You want to show her when you try to load the code. Okay, here, and then what I'll do is, can you try to call? So, well done. Sure. You're going to share your screen? And you use the percentage. So line 2, allocate string plus 1 plus 3 plus 2. Oh, sorry. So this one's easy. Right? Well, go to the end of the line 1. Go to the end of the line. Go to the end of the line. Hit enter. And for the times string 1, like we did string 1. And then put equals. And then give me a string. Do you want like happy birthday? Or do you want Monday morning? And like good, so that's string 1. Hit enter. Put in string 2. You have to give it, that's what I was saying, like your message is saying like user is good. Lucky Friday. Lucky Friday. Now, let's see what happens now. Still giving you an error. Line 21. We love the weekend. Just what you have to close up. So it did it all, but it's not printing it out. Alright, but I'll just put that up here. That's good, you just have to print it out. So when you want to, let me just see your screen. So if you want to print it out, you would have to send it to what's happening is it's assigning this one. You know, so you would have this and then say like print and then put that word in there. So what it's doing is wait, you have to do it like underneath. So what I would do is like copy this. Go underneath. Yeah, copy that. Yeah. Go underneath that. Put a print.